All right there, good to see, good to be. It's Dave here from On My Way and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the real reason people struggle with conversations and how to fix it, because that's important. You come with problem, I give solution. Let's do this. Have you ever left a conversation replaying everything that you just said in your head and you're wondering if you sounded weird, boring, or just off, right? You're not alone. And honestly, most people think that the problem is confidence or not knowing what to say, not being, smart and sharp and witty. But that's actually not the real issue at hand, okay? The real reason conversations feel difficult in 2025 is because of something deeper. And if you understand that deeper thing, you will instantly become better at conversations and connecting with people without having to force it or pretend to be something that you're not, because nobody likes that. Let me explain, okay? The misdiagnosis. Most people think that their struggle in conversations is caused by things like them being awkward, not being confident, right? Them being an introvert, like it's their personality type. Maybe they're an overthinker, a little anxious, or most commonly, I think, is people are just scared and fearful of judgment. Nobody likes to be perceived as something that they're not. So let's attack that. Let's look into that. Because all of these other things, being introverted or overthinking or thinking you're awkward, this is all surface level stuff. It's the symptom, okay? It's not the actual root cause. The real issue is that we've forgotten how to be fully present in the moment with another human being. Our minds are scattered, right? The notifications, the stress, the identity fragmentation. We're not actually with them in the moment when we're talking with them. We're half in the room and half in our heads. Hopefully not half in the bag. What I'm trying to say is you can't have a real conversation when you're not actually available for connection, right? What's actually going on here? Let me break it down simply. Most people are having two conversations at the same time. There's the conversation that's happening out aloud in the room with the other person, and then there's the conversation that's happening between you and yourself in your head. And that conversation is something like, do they like me? Is what I'm saying right? Do I look good? Oh, what should I say next? Don't screw this up. Do I look weird? All of these scripts that are playing in your head at that moment, this is just noise, right? And what happens is when they're in a conversation, the one that you're having with yourself, when that conversation is louder than the outer one, then you stop listening. You stop noticing, you stop being curious, and the conversation collapses, right? It's all over. That is the root issue. Getting in your own way, the internal noise, that's the root issue. So when people say that, I'm bad at having conversations, what they really mean is that I can't quiet my mind long enough to actually listen to another person. That's the problem. The shift. Okay, check it out. Good conversations don't start with speaking. They start with noticing. Breakthrough, I know, wild. We're talking about noticing the person, noticing the room, the moment, the body language, the gestures, the undertones, the emotion that the other person is conveying, right? And even noticing yourself, where you are at in that moment. Are you in your own way? Are you elsewhere thinking about the future or the past, right? So when your attention softens in that moment and widens to what's happening, then you naturally become a better listener. And better listeners are better conversationalists, right? This isn't a skill, even though it is something you can practice, but it's more a state, right? Like a state of mind, a mode of being, a state of presence, yeah? And presence, my friend, presence is contagious. When somebody is there, dialed in with you, in the pocket, in the moment, it's a crystallized slowing down of everything around you. Nothing else matters but the here and now. That is the kind of interaction that we're chasing, okay? Something real, essentially. Now, I'm gonna talk to you about the first conversation that changes everything. In my book, yes, I have a book. Actually, this is more of a guide. This is a short guide. It's called 5 Conversations That Change Everything. And the first conversation isn't between you and somebody else. As I said earlier, the first conversation is the one that you have with yourself. It's the conversation where you stop performing, stop predicting, stop trying to control the moment, yeah? And instead, you just show up for yourself. You are there unfiltered. You show up, you rock up, you present yourself to yourself in a moment of truth. What I'm trying to say is you can't connect with others until you can connect or reconnect with yourself. And when you do, everything changes, right? You stop overthinking, you're asking better questions, you're listening without overanalyzing, you're speaking without panicking, losing your shit. And here's the kicker, here's the real deal. You actually enjoy the interaction. And that's what we're chasing, enjoyable interactions. And this is the foundation, yeah? This is the foundation for all other conversations. If you can't be honest and truthful with yourself, you can't be honest and truthful with other people, and they will see through your facade, okay? It's the foundation of conversations with everybody. Friends, partner, colleague. All of these relationships require you being honest and truthful with yourself and being able to touch base with yourself before intruding on other people's lives. If you don't get this right, nothing else lands, okay? One habit to fix it. If you want to improve every conversation starting today, try this one thing. Before speaking, take one breath. This isn't breath work, but you take one breath, okay, and you ask yourself, what is actually happening right now? This is a grounding type question or prompt, right? This primes you to tune in and dial in. So instead of being elsewhere, you're noticing, you're taking stock, you're becoming immersed in the moment, right? So you're not asking yourself, what should I say? Do I look good? Do I sound stupid? Just, what is happening? Those 3 words, what is happening in this moment right now? And this kind of leads on to another series of questions, which you don't want to have a long series of questions, but you're asking yourself things like, what did they really say? And what emotion is underneath it? And what is my physiological response? What is happening in my body? And then you can kind of guess maybe what's happening in theirs. I'm not for assumptions, but we're talking about reading the room, reading the moment. And this really snaps you out of your head and it puts you in the moment, yeah? It kills the internal noise, which itself is a social killer. It puts you in the conversation, right? Not in the future. This is how you become magnetic without even trying. Because the rarest thing in this world right now is somebody who is actually present. People notice it and they love it, okay? If you're in the moment with another person, they will notice and appreciate 95% of the time. Don't quote me. Well, actually, you can quote me on that 95% of the time. Just don't sue me. You can quote me, but not sue me, okay? So if any of this resonated with you and these are some ideas or things you want to explore deeper with me, as I said earlier, I've put together a free guide called 5 Conversations That Change Everything. Very helpful, very cool. It looks nice, it reads well. It breaks down the exact conversations that build connection, heal fragmentation, and transform relationships. Okay? Don't sue me over that. Just give it a go, okay? You gotta give these things a go. So you can download the whole guide for free. Look in the description. If you want, you can tip. If not, all good. You can take a look into a few other things that I have in my link tree. 2 other books, some free chapter giveaways. And over the next however long, I will be continuing to go through some of these ideas that these are reimaginations of psychology and philosophy that's already out there, okay? So they're not all completely new breakthrough ideas, but when you hear the way that myself and other people communicate them, it's just gonna make sense. You already know what it is, and here we are. All right, that's all for now. Stay well, take it easy, big ups, and stay on the way.